Well, welcome to the video. I'll just jump right in. I jumped into this sub account and I entered a trade. We started at 10,050, so we are down on this account. We're down $1,300. I was trading pre-market and just doing some aggressive trading. And actually, it's about 2 minutes before market open. You see I'm in a trade. We're in 11 positions on the ES. We'll be trading the ES and the NQ if the opportunity presents, as well as the Bitcoin. We are just below 30,000, looking to get picked up here right around, let's see if we can get picked up here, right around here, right around 30,000. Let's go a little bit higher. See if we can get picked up maybe on a spike here. Usually I don't trade pre-market. You know, I don't trade in the first 5 minutes. And I wasn't going to do a recording of my trading here today, but I realized something, which is my biggest challenge, and I'll do a video on this specifically. My biggest challenge in actually helping traders is that there's nothing I can do about it. What I mean by that is most of your trading challenges come not from the market, not from not knowing an indicator, not trading a system. I mean, I do believe the foundation of the RexDog system puts guide rails into your trading that give you the highest probability areas where the market will react. So that's why I trade it. That's why I created it. Outside of that, your biggest challenge is fear. You're not taking profits because of fear. You're not placing your stops. You're not getting out of a losing position because of fear. You're not taking a trade because of fear. You're not anything in trading is because that if you're not successful, it's mainly because you haven't mastered fear. You haven't mastered fear of the fear that you feel, and most of your decisions are most likely driven by fear. So, in that scenario, what can I do? I can't fix your fear. I can give you a system, or I can share with you a methodology that helps give you rules. But if you don't follow those rules, and you don't trade those rules, and you don't put it inside yourself and trade it with conviction, you're going to always have fear. So, market just opened. We see this here, looking for a sell-off here. We're just going to hold this. Like I said, I usually don't trade the first 5 minutes of the market open, do I? But it's one of my rules. And I hesitate doing these trading videos, and I hesitate live trading in my style because I think that most people cannot get around how I trade, because what I realize is that I don't trade with fear. Like I don't have a fear of getting liquidated here. I don't have a fear of, so I'm trying to explain this in a way that like helps you, I guess you could say. I don't trade with fear. It took me a while to get there. So I understand it's hard. It's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy to get to the point where you don't trade with fear. So I get it. I understand it. I completely understand it. But the bottom line is I just don't trade with fear. So my decisions aren't based around fear. They're based around what I see in the market, trading the RexDog system, and then understanding that every trade is pretty much a 50-50. And every trade, no matter what, the only thing I can do is manage myself in the reaction to the market. So here we are. Let's take some off.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Because it looks like it wants to spike here. Then I'll get back to talking. So we made back well, we haven't made it back yet, obviously. I might want to get larger here. I might want to re-add to that short. Yeah, I think I do. Not yet. Let's add to the short here. 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 Look, you can lose a lot of money in the first market open, the first 5 minutes. You can also make some money. The epiphany I had Well, number one, I named the system after my dog, Rex. Our dog, I should say. Because that little dog has no fear. I'll tell some stories about him just kind of in the future. Maybe I'll do a video on it. And so, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not frustrated. I am frustrated. I'll be upfront. I'm frustrated. Because I feel like maybe nothing I can really do. I can give a system. Obviously, you have to trade a system. So I don't care if you flip a coin and that's your system. I really don't. Because that could be a good system. But do you trade it with conviction and do you trade it without fear? That's
Order
the key.
filled. Order filled.
All right, we're getting picked up. That's what we want. Let's look at the chart. 5 minute, the day. So one of my positions, let's see if it's up still. Yeah. So this position here, I got an alert that it's up like 17% pre-market. And so what I do with this just is that every time I outline a low every couple months, and then every time it hits a low, I start buying. I bought a lot here. And I didn't sell when it hit the RexDog average here.
Order filled.
Because I thought it was going to go higher. So every couple months or weeks, you can see the various positions that I've bought here. I buy, and then when it breached this low again, I bought a lot more. And then I just woke up today and it was up. Now this thing runs. We'll be taking a profit here right around $5 or so. Or I've already got it in the system. So
order filled.
This is an example of swing trades that I do. This is a swing trade. Oh, Bitcoin is maybe we want to enter Bitcoin. I'm going to be patient on that. We will be patient on that. Oh man, we're almost at our break even. Look at that. Oh, I do have a soundboard. So one thing I should mention, I've got the person I'm working with, or a friend of mine that is into music, that I asked to create all these stuff and give him, just pay him some money just to kind of create the stuff. I got another 30, maybe 60 sounds. So I will be adding this. I will be adding music. I'm just going to, because like I said before, one of the differences between me trading is music in the background and that changing my brain waves. Maybe that reduces fear for me. I don't know. As you can tell, I'm a little, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm at a precipice in my YouTube, and I've shared 80% of the RexDog system. And we're on the final 20%. And I'm realizing that I can share a system, but I can't reduce, I haven't figured out how to help people reduce fear in their trading. So this is doing what we expect it to do. We want it to go down. We need to rip farther. Let's see if we can rip down to this level here. That's our first rip area, which is 42.19, and let's see if we can get to 4,200. Here we go. Now I know this is probably going to be, one thing I'll say is that this actually, there are, I got more than just rap. So like I said before, I enjoy all types of music. So I have an eclectic taste of music. We should almost be. So for instance, not quite there. We're not in a whiplash environment right now, but we're maybe in that area. So I'm just going to have fun with it. Like I said, the music keeps me energized, gets me in the right frame of mind. I guess you could say it reduces the fear in the market. Is it going to stop here and come back up? Looks like it's stalling.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah.
Or this one.
Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
That's because I'm trading the first 5 minutes of the market. I don't typically do that. Usually I have a rule. But
Push it to the
I should have started my stream, or not stream. I keep calling it a stream, this video, with this. I want to hear that whole song, actually. Ah, here we go. Look at this.
I got money now, bitch.
Keep going. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, look at that. Okay. That is interesting. Might want to take some off. 3.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Let's do this. It looks like it wants to find a bottom early. So let's get out. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's 9. 6. And then that would be 7.
I got a lust for the cream. I need a money machine. I need a money machine. I need a money machine.
Ah, it's going to knock us out. It's going to be a little volatile in that area. And
Stop filled.
what I don't know about this area is this volatility going to be enough? So there's a level there. That's why. See that level? RexDog system, you know about levels. You expect a reaction. In the RexDog system, what do we expect? We expect reactions. We expect things from the market. In the RexDog system, the indicators that you see on the chart are here because they are high reaction points in the market. We have the RDA down below. I thought potentially it would at least get to the RDA on the 30-minute. But that's what you get for thinking about the market. Maybe we will come down and test the RDA on the 1 hour. Maybe. We do have this pay attention candle here. Pay attention candle has not been tested at all. So let's use trader terms. There's a liquidity pool here. I don't use those terms anymore. You could say there's a liquidity pool in here. There's an imbalance in here, whatever. We don't try to describe what's happening in the market. What we do is we just, in the RexDog system, we look for high probability reaction areas and we trade around those high probability reaction areas. That's the bottom line. That's what we do. So I still want to be short, but I want to get an opportunity to maybe trail up a little bit, and then I'll go short again. I'll be taken out here. I'm fine with being taken out. I'm not really fine with it, but I'm not going to argue with the market. Good. It's not going to go too far. Let's see where we're at. Oh, look at that. We probably, yeah, we did. We had exits at 496, just below $5. It could just spike up here.
Stop filled.
My average cost on this thing is 413. So I went really heavy here. And I didn't go as heavy here. Yeah. Well, now it's 413. Huh. Okay. All right. Whatever. I'm also starting a small... where are we at? So I'm starting a small account on Forex. and then we're going to grow that small account. So you can see here, we entered a trade where I don't know why it's not showing the combined positions. This makes no sense. Why would it show? I have 2 positions. There's first in, first out. I understand that. Friggin', some of the trading rules in the U.S. just are, like I said, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to use the stream to complain about it. Damn it. We want to be short still. So let's get short.
Order filled.
Yeah, we still want to be short.
Order filled.
There we go. All right. Let's short up here. Short here. Shouldn't have got out of that. Read the market wrong there. Once again, I mean, how do I'm not even going to try to, I'm just going to trade and give you the best advice I can. How about that? That's what that's what I resolved I'm going to do. I'm not going to try to change the world. I'm not going to try to solve all the world's problems or your trading problems. I'm just going to give you the best advice that I can about trading, and then I'm going to trade my system. That's what I'm going to do. That's pretty much the extent of what I'm going to do. I can't do any more than that, actually. So I'm going to just do what I can control, which is that. I was starting to feel, what's the word I'm looking for? I was starting to feel that maybe I was sending the wrong messages in my trading and the stuff I was releasing. But
Order
what
filled.
I really came to the conclusion
Order
to
filled.
is that I was changing myself based on the reactions that people, this is going to sound bad. So how do I say this nice? I was potentially changing my perspective and my trading based on people that I have no idea if they have a single clue about trading. Damn it, we should have been short Bitcoin. Well, god damn. Look at that. Could still go short. Let's do that. Open a short. All right. There we go. Late to the party, but we are at the party. We are okay at the party, but we're late. Remember, in trading, you're asking 3 questions.
Order filled.
Where is price going? Where is it coming from? How does it want to get there? Plain and simple on that trade. Where is price coming from? Well, it's coming from a rejection area of the RexDog system. That's pretty obvious. Let's go here. Let's go to the Bitcoin. Rejected at the RDA. Well, that's the daily. So it does look pretty sad. Let's go here. Auto. Rejected at a key rejection area where we expect a reaction on the RexDog system. Did it not? It did. Where is price coming from? It's coming from up here, around here. Where is it going? I don't know. It's going lower. How does it want to get there? Well, it looks like it wants to get there pretty quick. So when we look at that, that's why I took the trade. There's no, I'm trading the market. Oh, look at that. We're getting crushed. Oh, man. We are getting crushed. It's a sad world in ES land. Let's add to that.
Order filled.
Call your bluff.
Order filled.
I'm looking to just scalp Bitcoin today. I mean, that position probably is going to go lower, but I'm more than happy just scalping here and there. We're 13. We are momentum long on the tick, on the big little tick, on the big tick. We are potentially momentum long. We are in a fade trade. Well, no, this is momentum. This is a momentum trade. It's just that I was early in entering the position. So I didn't maximize my profit by being too early. But should have maybe been waited for the actual test, the actual RexDog high probability area test, but I did not. All right, we'll sit on this. It's either going to go to profit or it's going to, we might even have another test up here. Yeah, I exited that. I just, like I said, I'm scalping Bitcoin. I probably should have, I should have maybe held on to that longer. No, not probably. I should have held on to that longer. There's no probably. So my strategy with Bitcoins is since I am recording and I really am trading look, I'm hindered when I'm recording because I still feel like I have to add value. And obviously I'm trading one chart. If you saw one of my trading videos where I trade multiple charts, I will get to that, but I'm trying to at least add value or to share, for someone that's looking to trade the RexDog system. I don't want to completely trade my advanced trading, because for someone that's just in the training, and if you're learning the RexDog system, I want you to generally adopt the system, make it your own, and then trade it with conviction. Well, if you watch the way I trade, you'll be saying, how is he trading the RexDog system? He's not trading the RexDog system. I'm just trading it at maybe a different chart you don't see, a different time frame you don't see, and I'm not always outlining that. I'm not always sharing that. Obviously, you see these charts here. This chart, the little tick, is driving some of my decisions. The big tick is also driving some of my decisions. And the 1 hour here is driving some of my decisions. This is a momentum short on the 5 minute. On the 1 hour, we're at a momentum check-in point. So what am I saying at this trade? You can just look at this trade right now and see what I'm saying. Not even what I'm saying. What am I trading? Well, I'm trading the short-term momentum, potentially, but I'm also fading the long-term momentum. I'm saying that this momentum check's going to break. It might not break. We don't know that. But that's what I'm saying with this trade, because this is the 1 hour. If we look at the 1 hour, I know it's hard to see. We're at a momentum check-in place. Are we not? We expect a reaction. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing the initial reaction. This is the key with the RexDog system. It tells you where to look and expect. We have expectations on the market. We expect a reaction here. Well, this is a check-in place for the market. We are getting a reaction. The reaction is it's trying to stay momentum long on the 1 hour chart. I'm saying it's not going to stay momentum long on the 1 hour chart because the 5 minute chart's telling me momentum short. The tick chart's momentum short. This tick chart now is momentum short. So I'm going with the lower time frame. But if you look at the 1 hour, you're like, well, you're fading that trade. Sort of. Here we go. Sorry, responding to someone on. The longer that it continues to have this type of reaction, though, the more that we have to then look at this and say, okay, the market's telling us something. Let's go here. Look, for those that are saying that Bitcoin, this is a surprise move. No, it's not. It's not a surprise move. Look, trading the RexDog system. The RexDog, the RDA, the RexDog indicator is the RDA. It's the yellow line. It has never, ever broke the RDA. It did try to change momentum, but it never was momentum long. It has not been momentum long for, let's just take this range. Since 18 May 21, there's been no point where you would have said I should be momentum long using the RexDog system. There's been no point. So, when we look at this, I'm just going to share this. I should have, damn it. See, this is the problem when I'm live trading. or when I'm doing this stuff, is that I probably should have just entered Bitcoin again for another scalp, and I'm not properly watching my positions. So I should have probably maximized profit there, because this might be the point where it did find support. Let's see. SPX. Structure. Well, broke structure. Broke our level. Maybe holding the M9. So, where am I at? Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things here. Let's leave this up so that you can see this, and then I have to respond to this. Okay, let's get out. Let's reverse that.
Order filled.
There we go. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Surprise, surprise, surprise. A little early on probably this move up, but momentum changed, so we're going to at least try to capture that momentum up. And the Bitcoin momentum is, well, do we want to fade long? That's an interesting question. Do we want to fade long? Okay, why is this chart not showing up? Let's refresh. Potentially we want to fade long. Let's do a small position. I'm still trading small. Obviously. Ooh, it's so close to ripping up. It's also close to just ripping down. So that long we did there in Bitcoin is a fade. Obviously. Fade long. So the big tick here, large tick, is potentially changing momentum long. So we will go with that. All right, one more push up. Need to see one more push up. I want to see this push up. There we go. Take some off. And let's move our stop up. There we go. Get out the way, get out the way. Let's
I remember when you doubted me. Now I'm balling like the lottery. I must be dreaming. Yeah, I must be dreaming.
took a little bit more off because once again I'm scalping Bitcoin. It's in the volatility state. Ooh, we were in profit there. Let's see. It wants to test up. I see the test up, but we are at really a kind of a critical point where we probably need to make a decision. Do we want to stay in this trade or let the market figure out what it wants to do? Probably at that point. Let's see. Let's see what the NQ is doing. NQ is doing something similar. Let's sell that.
Order filled.
Sell that here and sell that here. Let's go back to the ES. If it doesn't rise here, we probably need to get out or reverse. The momentum signals we're getting is a
Order
short.
filled.
So we will be short. Not arguing with the chart. Didn't hurt our P&L a little bit there. I mean, we didn't, but remember, I'm trading without fear. I can't explain. I don't know how to explain it. Other than look in the mirror and figure out if you're trading with fear. And then figure out how to fix that. All right, these are no longer valid. The NQ sold off. We will buy one and we will buy another. How many positions are we at? 3. Buy another. And the ES, did it sell off? Yeah, it did. Now it just needs to continue the momentum. The other thing you can't see is I do see other charts here. I mean, I can see, obviously I have screens. So we're targeting kind of the 42.16. That's such a small number. Volatility is just not there today.
Stop filled.
That's the NQ. Pretty sure we got knocked out of the NQ.
Stop filled.
It's the NQ. Is this low gonna hold? That's the question. We probably need to get ready to reverse.
Once again, it's on.
I know that can be jarring, especially if you're listening to headphones. Oh, here we go. All right. Sell off, man. You can do it. Oh, you want to? Everybody's doing it. There we go. Let's take some off.
Order filled.
Okay, let's not take some off. Freaking the volatility today is actually, there's some volatility here. It still wants to stay long. Doesn't want to do turnaround Tuesday. Isn't that surprising? It doesn't want to be turnaround Tuesday. Okay, we'll add more.
Order filled.
Add another position here and another position here.
They don't want you to live. They don't want you to bow.
I don't. I do have. So I found a soundboard. It's actually in the Windows store. It's actually decent. So I mean, it's pretty good, especially when you have probably 100 or so of these, if not more. And I've kind of broke it down into like success. So when we have a success in trading, we'll be
crash course with talent meets timing.
You know, so that's kind of more of a success one. Or
I must be dreaming.
I think we played that already.
I must be dreaming.
When we make a dumb mistake, we can
Order filled.
Right. Get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right. Fell off.
Lost my cool.
So we might want to reverse this. Once again, I'm looking at short-term momentum.
Order filled.
We do.
Order filled.
Let's go.
Wish I had no expectations, but I expect, you expect, we expect.
All right, it's going to rip up. Rip up. There we go. Keep going, man. There, it's going to rip up from here. Momentum has changed on the short-term time frame. Yeah, we're trading big size comparatively on this. Of course we are. Our day margin's at 60%. And we're trading 15 ES on a $11,000 account. Yeah. But like I said, it's my trading style. I'm not going to adopt. I can't not trade my style. All right. Now I'm wondering whether or not we should have went short. No, we're still long. It's going to rip up. We're going to see some rippage up. Are we still in Bitcoin? We are. But, I mean, it's not moving. You can see here, it's maybe having a momentum shift. It did have a rejection at a rejection area. Let's go here. All right, let's just be patient. We are in a fade trade. This is a fade trade. Maybe. Now, we did get an overextension on the 1 hour. Did we not? We got an overextension on the 1 hour. So we need to watch the 42.14 area. We got knocked out of Bitcoin. So we are out of the Bitcoin. Ooh. So that's the M9. The question is, it's going to break the M9 and go back up here. We're in a fade trade. This is a fade trade. For those trading the RexDog set, it's a fade trade. My basis is not great. Remember, if you watch the fade trade video in the training, it's all about your basis comparatively to the reaction points. Oh, look at that. That would have hurt if we would have been short, wouldn't it have? Bam. Let's sell some there.
Order filled.
That
Order
would have hurt if we would have been
Order
short.
filled.
Ooh,
Order filled.
that would have been painful. We would have probably been like, I would have had to find some kind of soundboard, some kind of something that would have played on that.
Wish I had no expectations, but I expect, you expect, we expect. Wish I had no
why did it play twice?
expectations, but I expect, you expect, we expect.
I don't know why it played twice. I'm sure there's something I hit. So that's a pay attention candle. It's turning into one. So what does that mean? That means that, do we want to add to our long here? That's the question. Do we want to add to our long? Not yet.
You don't know what you're doing. Sure I do.
All right, let's take some off there.
Order filled.
2 off.
Order filled.
Why can't I get just one kiss? Why can't I get just one kiss?
I do have an arrogance one. I've titled arrogance mainly because if you know rap, I mean, a lot of, in my opinion, good rap does have a level of hustle and arrogance to it. So
Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in
But this one here is a good example of arrogance. Still long. Probably should have added there on this pullback here. Should have added to the long.
The difference between me and you is I'd rather get money and try to flip me something. You can't tell me nothing.
So like I said, there's rap is definitely more arrogant. Keep going. Look, for those that are wondering, I'm trading the RexDog system. The RexDog reverse engineers momentum. The momentum shifted right here. So I went long. We got fortunate in that move that
Stop
we were
filled.
in the upward spike move here. So we did get fortunate there, you could say. But not only that, the momentum changed on the big tick as well.
Stop filled.
So there's no arguing with the chart. The 1 hour is now above the M24, which means we look at the 1 hour. I don't know why this 1 hour. Oh, that's the futures. Sorry. So of course the futures 1
Stop
hour is
filled.
different. Just wants to melt up. Where do you think it's going? Maybe it's going here. Maybe it's going to this weekly level. So we'll sell heavy right around 42.50. Above that, we'd sell heavy up there. It's a level. Any beginning chartist can see that level. And there is a breakdown candle here that has not been tested. There's another breakdown candle here that has been tested. It's been traded into, so it's been tested, so it's partially invalid. So maybe we should be really focusing on the high, which is 42 something above 42.70 or something, if we want to sell again. But right now on the actual index itself, we're momentum long. And it can be momentum long, who knows, for as long as it wants to be. All right, so let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, I need to like go and get coffee or make my coffee over here. Where are we at there? We're at the M24. So what does that mean? We expect a reaction, and we're probably going to be taken out of this position here. So let's take
Order filled. Order filled.
to
Stop filled.
1. So remember, we expect a reaction. Anyways, I've got to go and get coffee. So I'm going to stop the video and then I'm going to come back. Where are we at? 14,327. See if we can double this account today. I don't know. We'll see if it's possible. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back, or I am back. And we are still in this position. I'm surprised. I'm actually literally surprised. Bitcoin has found a lower level that it wants to maybe run from. So let's look at Bitcoin. Let's see where we potentially could get into Bitcoin again. Should we be long here? No. We shouldn't be long. Shouldn't be short either. If anything, we probably should be long here. So we probably should try to get long again here. Put our, if anything. We're up to 14,539. What do we start at? 10,050. Lost $1,200 pre-market, I think. And then, look, I know it's strange that I don't have red days, but this is why I don't have red days. Because I aggressively trade. And you can do it too. You can. I'm not saying that fishy. I'm not even going to try to say that word because I can't say it. But you can trade whatever style you want to trade. So really, whatever style you want to trade, however you want to trade, the first thing you need to do is understand yourself and remove fear from your trading. That's all you need to do. I say it's hard. And maybe it's because of my life experiences that I'm able to do this a little bit easier. I haven't really talked about my life much, but I do have some interesting life experiences. Maybe that's it. I don't think so. I'm not above your intelligence. I'm not smarter than you. I don't have more. It's just, I mean, I'll just share this. Let me take the perspective. Let me have some empathy here. Let me take the perspective if I was watching this video and I've been maybe trying to trade, and let's say that I'm just not having success. Maybe I'm new. So let's talk some truth. It's not about technical analysis. It's not about, it's not even about, let's go to the chart. It's not about the RexDog system. We look at Bitcoin here. It's not about this system that you see on the chart. It's not about any of this stuff. It's not about lines, Fibonacci retracements, not about trend lines, liquidity pools, whatever else term you want to use. It's not about any of that. The first thing you need to do is get a mirror. You need to look at yourself. And you need to realize that it's your reaction to the market, and that you need to figure out, you need to combat fear in every single decision you make in trading. I can almost guarantee if you're not successful at trading, it's because just about every decision you make is based in some level of fear. Fear of losing money, fear of being wrong. Some people fear being right. Fear of taking profits too early. I do that. I still do that. I don't add to my winners. There's a quote that I can't remember who to attribute it to, and I'm going to do a search real quick. I'm going to do a search. Trader, add to your winners quote. Let me see. 23 trading quotes that made me a better trader. Let's see. I'll see if I can find this quote. Let me ask you a question, actually. Could you trade a system that was wrong 80% of the time, 90% of the time, but it still made money? Could you do that? I'm not saying the RexDog system has a higher hit rate than that, especially on momentum trades. On fade trades, that's a given. Momentum trades, though, has a pretty high hit rate. But could you trade a system that made you money, but you were wrong 80% of the time? And most people can't. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is that if I gave you a system, I should have been long here. Shouldn't be talking. I should be long. Should be trying to get long. Let's try to get long here. I did try. I was just too aggressive on the long. Come on, pick us up. If I gave you a system and unequivocally
Order
approved that
filled.
you made money at the end of the year, let's say you doubled your,
Order filled.
let's say at the end of the year, let's say you started
Order
with,
filled.
let's just use a big number. Let's say you started with $1 million, okay? I still think $1 million is a lot of money. I don't know what you think, but I think it's a lot of money. You started with $1 million. Let's say at the end of 365 days, if you do exactly what I say, this $1 million will be $2 million. Now, here's the thing. If you do exactly what I say, every single day you're going to wake up and you're going to be wrong 80 out of 100 times. And you're going to be wrong
Order filled.
pretty much the majority of the time. Always wrong. But at the end of the year, you're going to make $2 million. Quote unquote guaranteed. Could you trade that system? Most people say, well, yeah, of course I could. At $2 million, most people can. After about a week, a couple days of being wrong constantly, just can't deal with it. It's the fear. Because what will happen? Start at $1 million. First week out, you're at 850, 875. You're like, well, Jesus, I'm down 125 grand. This isn't working. I need to change it. Or whatever logic, it's fear. Now, obviously in this perfect world, we're saying that you completely believe what I'm saying and that you're on board. But that's really trading. So I didn't find the quote. Anyways, the quote is, it's from an old pit trader from like the 80s. And basically the quote is something along the lines of, you don't really become a successful trader until you start adding to your winners. I didn't understand that when I read it. I didn't understand it till maybe too late. But but that quote and the perspective that it brings actually means that you're not trading from a fear perspective. If you're adding to your winners, what does that mean? Well, number one, you've traded. You're in a trade. You're winning in that trade, quote unquote winning. And you're doubling up because for whatever reason, the market gods have said that this is the right direction. You're not trading from fear. You're trading with, okay, let's put the pedal down. Let's increase the gas. You know, I think there's a new, I do like these movies. What is it? The car movies. Why am I drawing a blank? With Vin Diesel. You know those movies? The movies that are just so over the top in cars. I'm going to have to... How am I drawing a blank on Vin Diesel movies? Fast Five. So he's in it's the final saga. F9 is the final saga. So this is the final saga for the franchise. Fast and Furious. That's the name of the franchise. I like Fast and Furious. Look, it's completely over the top, but you can go into a Fast and Furious movie. You know what you're getting. You don't buy a ticket or go see a Fast and Furious movie and not know what you're getting. You're going to get subpar acting, but you're going to get over the top action, and you can turn your brain off for an hour and 33 minutes or whatever the typical runtime is. So look, I'd like that stuff every now and then. I like to turn my brain off. So, like in that movie where they just hit the button with the NOS and the car just goes insane. You need to know when to put your foot or hit that NOS. I should be actually larger here. But I didn't get that quote when I first kind of read it. Because I got it. I understood the logic of it. But I didn't really get it deep in my soul, deep in my trading soul. Now, I completely understand it. And now I can also tell other traders that trade. Because you just have to listen to them. And you just have to understand whether or not they've mastered fear. And if they've mastered fear, whatever they trade, I don't care if you swing trade, day trade, I don't care what type of trading you do. If you've mastered fear, that's the first step to becoming a profitable trader. I think we want to get out of this.
Order filled.
It's going to stall here. So we'll start over. I did say, and I am still going to do it. I'm doing let's look at my research. This is my initial research. Well, this is only partially. So this is my first start. Actually, this is not the ultimate guide to stop losses. So I am doing the ultimate guide to stop losses. But I'll share the punchline of my research over years and trading is that there's fucking A. I probably got out of that out of fear. So I'll share my research out of, there's only 2 stops that exist. There's 3 stops that exist. Stop losses. There's no stop, protective stop, and then there is start over stop. The only 3 stops. See? I got out. Thought it was going to turn there. Thought I was smarter than the market. Market didn't give me the signal that it was time to get out. Did it? No. Market did not give me a signal that it was time to get out. I thought I was smarter than the market. See, you're humbled every day in the market. You are humbled every day, every second actually. Okay, why is this chart not showing up? There it is. All right. Do we want to be long here? Well, look at that. Bitcoin looks like it wants to change the short-term momentum to momentum long. On the 1 hour, we do see it creating a level. It is trying to breach this pay attention candle again and breach that level. Close above that. We should look at maybe getting long. So let's look at getting long here. Let's look at getting long here. Let's look at getting long here. All right. Might not get picked up there. And I got out of that position when I should not have got out of that position. A successful trader. Still might stall here. I want to get back into this trade. Let's look at the chart. Let's look at the RexDog. What does the RexDog system tell us? RexDog system tells us that if we are going to fade, we need to probably wait for a fade trade. If we are going to go with momentum on the 1 hour time frame, we got a momentum check-in that actually did hold up. We can see that here. Let's remove this. And a momentum check-in that held up. So where is price going? Where is it coming from? Okay, and how does it want to get there? Well, it's very obvious. We have key rejection and level here. So where do we expect our reaction points? There's a key level and rejection here. If you haven't watched the level section of the RexDog trading, that's key too. Everything's not every. What? Here's another frustration of mine is that I feel like I could have just done a 12-page report on the RexDog system and that would have been enough. The challenge is that I don't go into detail with a 12-page 12-page white paper about how to trade the RexDog and the rules around it. I could just give you like, hey, here's levels, here's the rules around it, trade that. But if I don't kind of get you to see it and understand it, like in videos, you're not going to maybe adopt it and then trade it with conviction and make it your own. So that's why a lot of these things I've kind of the videos really could just be 10 minutes long for most of these things. That's when I got into this. When I came back, I was like, these videos don't need to be that long. But as I got about outlining these videos, I'm saying, look, repetition is key. And I also understand there's 4 different learning styles generally. And I need to hit all 4 of those learning styles. See, some of you don't know this, but like I think about that stuff. Like I think about, okay, is the why learning style? Is the how learning style? Did I cover the what if learning style? So I look at the 4 learning styles and I say, in this video, did I cover all those learning styles? Because you're a specific learning style that maybe I'm not the same learning style. So in order to do that, I just can't do a 10-minute video and just cover all the learning styles. Some people need repetition. Some people need to understand the how first, or the why first. They need to understand the why before they get to the how. So it's touching all those learning styles. So like I said, I don't just I'm sharing the RexDog system not because I want to be a trainer or get rich as being a trainer. If I was in that mode, I would be approaching the way that I do these videos and everything else in a whole different manner. In fact, I wouldn't even be trading the way I'm trading right now. If I was trying to convince you that if I was trying to sell you the RexDog system, meaning that, and I do, I want people to join. I want people to make the commitment. I've priced it at $9.97 because, look, that's a commitment, and I want you to have a commitment. But if I was trying to convince you, if I was doing the typical thing and saying, look, this is the answer to all your trading fears, this is the answer to everything in trading, this is the system, it reverse engineers momentum, and we should be long, so let's go long. It reverse engineers
Order
momentum.
filled.
If that was the case, then I would be showing you videos of very clear setups. I wouldn't be showing you the messy side of trading. I wouldn't be showing you something that is, for most people, is probably confusing to follow. I wouldn't be showing you the truth. I would be just limiting you down to, that's part of the reason why I want to get to streaming, because then the problem with when I stream is I'm going to trade my style. I'm going to start trading my style more and more. I'm going to still do these individual videos where I just stick to one chart and maybe Bitcoin and stuff like that. But honestly, I have limited time, obviously. Everybody has limited time. But so when the market's open, that's an opportunity for me to make income. And even trading at this size, I'm not going to, look, we could stop now and I can say, look, I made $4,500 today or so, right? That's awesome. I would like that to be 20 times that. I wouldn't like it. That should be 20 times that. So I share that because just personally what I'm going through with trading these type of videos. So I want to get to a streaming where I can do it securely, and then I can just trade my style and we can just have fun with it. And then you can learn, you can ask questions and everything else. I'll get there. It's not my top priority because my top priority is not like trying to sell the RexDog system. It is to the people that have paid. I support and I pump out videos. I answer questions. I look for feedback. I'm really looking to make sure that people are trading good. And if they're adopting elements of the system, that they're adopting it correctly or they're thinking about it correctly. But at the same time, my main priority is a trader first, trainer second. It just wants to melt up. And I do trust Bitcoin. So where is this at? It's right at this level. Terrible place to go long. Will the short-term momentums hold up on this? Where's our best trade on this? 31,824, so just below 32K is our best trade on Bitcoin at this point in time. Yeah, I should have stayed long back here. It's me knowing. Once again, don't argue with the chart. I'm going to show you something cool. Well, I think it's cool. You might not think it's cool. I think it's cool. So this is how cool the RexDog system is. All right? For those that are new to it. Look, we have these various EMAs, moving averages, and extension lines and everything else on this chart. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart. Okay, we have these various overextension lines. We have these various moving averages. We have the RexDog average. We have the 200 average. Let's add one more. I am creating a stop loss indicator. Let's show the 24.9 average. The stop loss indicator is going to take pretty much all of the stop loss indicators I find validity in, and it's going to average them all out, and then it's going to tell you what those averages are, and it's going to tell you what's the highest probability stop loss. That's what it's going to do. I'm working on it now. You're seeing some initial testing down here. This is the distance between the Bollinger Bands. That's what that is. All right. So this is what I think is awesome about the RexDog system. And we are... So since I'm going to be doing something, I want to just get
Order
out.
filled.
So we're looking at the 5-minute time frame. Okay, let's just set the table a bit. So the RexDog system works in any market. It reverse engineers momentum, and I'm not trying to sell you on it. I just want to tell you why. Like when I figured this out a couple years ago, and then I started back testing, and then I started trading, and I'm like, what the hell? It reverse engineers momentum, and it tells you where to look for high probability reaction points. Well, look, high probability reaction point. High probability reaction point right around the RexDog average. That's the yellow line. High probability reaction point, it's starting to fail. Momentum's starting to potentially shift. We can go back in this chart. High probability reaction point. Momentum short. Momentum short. Momentum short. Momentum short. We are momentum short. At this RDA check, there's a high probability reaction point, meaning it's going to fail there. High probability. We're on the 5-minute time frame. What I think is really cool, at least to me, and this is in the 4-hour evidence video I did, but look, let's go to the 8 minutes time frame. 8 minutes, why? I don't know. Maybe you heard some guru tell you that, hey, 8 minutes is the god, the trading god time frame. Okay, fine. Use that time frame. Look, the RexDog average is the yellow line. Rejection. Rejection. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Momentum short, momentum short, momentum check-in, momentum short. Oh, algorithms may be changing. We've got momentum long. Check-in, momentum long, momentum long. Oh, algorithms changing. First sign here that the algorithm might want to change right here. We go short. Momentum short, momentum short, momentum short. Check-in at the RDA, check-in the RDA. That's the 8-minute time frame. 8-minute time. Look at this. The overextension bands. Reaction at the overextension band. Reaction at the overextension band. Reaction at the overextension band. All right, that's the 8-minute. Let's do 26 minutes. Maybe that same guru came back in a week and said, you know what, I was wrong. It's not 8 minutes. I was completely wrong. I went to, I did shrooms. And 26 minutes is that time frame. Okay? 26 minutes. Look, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just trying to show you that, look, the system I trade, the system that I share, reverse engineers momentum on every time frame in every market. Look at this. RexDog check-in failure. Momentum short. You got a signal here to go momentum short. Right here. Momentum short. Bam. Momentum check-in right now. It's checking in for momentum. It's starting to have a reaction at the check-in point. It will have another reaction here. It will have another reaction at the RexDog average. Here, it went momentum short. Closed below the RDA. Signal that says, look, never closed above the RDA. So you should have been short this whole time. It's never a question. Let's go to a different market. I don't care. Let's do ETH. Let's do the perpetual ETH. If I can properly type. On the 26-minute time frame. Bam. We did look like we were going to have a momentum shift here. Okay, we want to go momentum long. No, we don't. Momentum short. Check in, check in, check in, check in, check in. Failure, failure, failure. Look. Riding the RDA, riding the RDA. Let's go to Tesla. I don't know. Let's just... Bam. This is where, once again, I'm just doing this on the fly. There's no reason for me to enter any trades right now. A little bit more whippish, as you could say, on the 26-minute time frame. We're looking at equities. But what do we see? It's real simple. We're looking for patterns. That's all it is. Everything's kind of close here, but we got a signal here to go momentum long. Did get a little up to the upper extreme bar. Came down, checked in at the RDA, bounced off of it, came down, checked into the RDA, failed. Momentum short, momentum short, momentum short. Came in, checked at the RDA, closed above the RDA. We are momentum long now, or we want to be momentum long. Bam. Momentum long, momentum long. Came in, checked at the RDA. Overextension to the first ATR band. Held up. Bam. Back up to the overextension bar, or overextension band on the RDA. The yellow line up here. Failure. Back, check in at the RDA. 26-minute time frame. Let's do a different candle. I don't care. Let's do, I'm not going to be able to say this name because I'm, okay. Look at that loading speed. That is astronomical. Wow. The speed at which this chart is loading, I cannot believe. Maybe a momentum shift on the 5-minute time frame, which means if there's a momentum shift on the 5-minute time frame, what could that possibly mean? Maybe we have an upper check of the RexDog system at the here and here, these two lines here. Our best one is just short of 32,000, as I said before. Like I said, there's no trade here. The trade is long, but we'll wait for a pullback. We'll buy there. Oh, that's why. Okay. That has not happened for a while. Let me check. Hold on. I've got to see if I can go to my backup. All right. Hold on. I got to run tests. Run test A. Run test B. Run test C. Connect. Backup. All right. Okay. All right. So here we go. I won't be distracted. We should have went long there though, but our connection lost. So we're going to not, until these tests run, I'm not going to trade. But obviously we should have went long there. Okay. Let's go back. See these candles? These are the, whatever. Let me do that. I'm going to fix this once and for all. How to say, there we go. How to pronounce this.
Haikanashi.
Haikanashi. Okay, there. I will have to remember that. Haikanashi. That's how I say these candles. Look, these candles on the 26-minute time frame. Obviously, these candles are they're calculated differently, But what do we see? We see the same type of trend. All we have to do, 26-minute time frame. All we have to do is go back. RDA check-in. I'm not cherry picking these. Well, I am cherry picking them, obviously. RDA check-in, momentum long, held up, momentum long. Oh, first sign that momentum might be changing. Momentum short. Okay, we got the signal to go short. RDA test, we see a stall there. Bam. Momentum short. We are momentum short here from this point. Momentum short because we're below the RDA band. Momentum short, momentum short, momentum short. Bam. Okay, maybe we're changing over. We've got the first intention, changing over. Oh, we do see it. Momentum long. We are getting into an algorithm changeover, so you expect everything to be a little bit questionable. We do see a failure at the upper ATR band here, the extreme band. So look, we can I don't care. Let's choose a different time frame. Let's choose the 5 second, the 15 second. Doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. I'm not doing this to let's choose a different candle. The only candles this doesn't really work on are these Renko candles. Just because the way the Renko is calculated. But even there, it does hold up sometimes. But because the way Renkos are, it's not as reliable, but it still is. I mean, look at this. We are on the 15-second Renko candles. And let's just look at this. I didn't intend to make this video about this. I just want to show you, here's my point in showing you this. And not to convince you in the RexDog system, you can join it. My point in showing you this is when you have a system that you trade with conviction and that you look at and you go, okay, it's undeniable to me, then you trade it with conviction. That reduces fear. And if you haven't got or built that system, you can start with the RexDog system. You're not going to trade the RexDog system the way that I'm going to suggest you trade it. What you're going to do is you're going to learn the fundamentals of the RexDog system, and you're going to adapt it to your own fear-based, the way you deal with fear, and you're going to trade it accordingly. That's what you're going to do. Maybe you like Renko bars. Well, Renko bars, this is real simple. We're on the 15-second time frame. I know, quick. But let's just look at this. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just, look. Here, momentum shifted on the Renko bars. Signal to go momentum long. Here, close above the RDA. It never really closed below the RDA, which is the yellow line. So this whole run here, if you would have just took a simple signal of the RDA, that's a 2.3% scalp. Pretty good. Remember, we're on the 15-second time frame. We're not on anything. I could choose. It doesn't matter. This is why I know I sound like let's 17 minutes add. I don't know why I'm adding that. Let's add the 17-minute. Same thing, Renko bars. All right. What do we see? Real simple. If you know the simple rules, we're just using the RDA. Close above the RDA, signal to potentially go long, momentum long. Bam. RDA check-in, momentum long. RDA check-in, momentum long. Bam, we're up. Close below the RDA. Okay, we're no longer long. We do have a little bit of a changeover in the algorithm. We're looking for potential shorts. So we fade. Sell here, sell here, sell here. Bam. Obviously, this is easy in looking at back charts. But all you have to do is look. Close below the RDA. We already had 2 closes below it. So the third close, we expect a continuation. We get that. Bam. Came back up. Failure at the RDA, just above it, overextension. Failure at the RDA. These are Renko bars. Doesn't matter what bars you use. The RexDog system, the rules are the same. And you get signals on any time frame you want to trade. I want to trade the monthly? Okay. The RexDog system doesn't have enough time for this chart for the monthly. So let's go to something like GE. That's got to have the RexDog system on the monthly. All right. GE. You're trading GE. Real simple. Look, I'm not... I feel like I'm trying to pitch you on the system, and this is a live trading video, but there's nothing for me to trade right now. We do have a sell-off that I should have been part of right here. A little bit. Oh, that's on the QM. What is that? MNQ. No, we shouldn't have been part of this. All right, we should have been still long. Should we have not have? But where are we going off our thesis here? Let's get back to trading. Let's get back to looking at this. Then I'll go to GE. So let's look at the day. All right, we have a weekly level up here, but we have a low here. We look at the 1 hour. We have these levels here. So really it's reaching for these levels at 42.38. So really anything above 42.39 is a shortable opportunity. So, which is pretty far away. So let's see if we can get long here and not be so aggressive. It is 9:56, so we might have end of hour action here. That's something to be mindful of. Let's go back to the chart. GE on the monthly time frame. Okay? Maybe you're looking to trade 365 days to protect your capital gains. Of course, we have the 200 here. That's a given. You could use the 200. You got an early signal at the RexDog average. Sell. Should not be long once it crosses the RexDog average. You did get an opportunity to sell more. Momentum short, momentum short, momentum short, momentum short. We got a rejection at the RexDog average on the monthly time frame. It closes above the RexDog average. What does that mean? Well, it means the same thing it did back here. Back here. You go long. Not much of a move there, but that's what it means. Same here. 200 average is way down here. RDA is up here. Got to close at it, close below it. Shouldn't be short, shouldn't be long anymore. No reason to be long. Here, way back in November 000, 2000, as Prince would say. Party like it's 1999. What do we have? We have overextension of the upper ATR bands, extreme bands, all the way down to an RDA test, all the way up to an extreme band, all the way down to the RDA test, all the way up, RDA failure. So, this must have been the heyday of GE. Like here, this is like when you would have loved to buy GE back in 94, obviously. Okay, let's get back to trading. I'm not trying to convince you. I just, look, for those that are in the training, hopefully that was illustrative. Like you could see that and say, hey, you know what? You've already seen it already. So there's no, I'm not sharing anything you didn't know. Oh, we should have been long. I'm really mad that we're not long here. And I should be long. I should be just going long. And Bitcoin, the same thing. Our thesis for Bitcoin is holding up. Okay. We're not connected. Operation was canceled. Okay. Let's move this over here in case there's something that I can't show. Well, son of a bitch. Look at that. Bitcoin is starting to move, and we are not part of that move. Part of it is I was talking. All right, so we're getting to just below, well, we're getting to 31K. So above 31K we'll short as well if this actually shows up. Let's do some music, man. We are at 40 minutes.
I say I'm incredible. The ones that hate me the most look just like me. You tell me what that means. Make a slick comment and see what that brings. I seen it go down, we can reenact things.
Yep. All right. Let's see what we can do. See what damage we can do here. Ah, man. I'm still mad that I exited earlier there. I'm actually... Let's see where we're at. They're just waiting for this area up here. An overextension. I mean, we could trade to that, I suppose. Let's trade to that. It's 10 o'clock.
Order filled.
Expecting end of hour action. this up here.
I'm one word with 10 letters, successful. One word with 10 letters, successful.
What is this?
I've been doing great, I guess I can't complain. I don't think about yesterday. Every move is calculated. This shit ain't no guessing game.
Okay, that's what it is. You know, I've mentioned this before, but your opportunity to trade and to make income off trading is amazing. You know, we live in amazing times. You should be very thankful. I'm very thankful that I have the opportunity to make income off trading. And, you know, just imagine what it was like. You know, if you were trading in the year 2000 back in GE, you had wide spreads. You had large fees. You know, some places didn't even have charting platforms. It was a different world. I wasn't trading. I've read the history and heard people talk about it, and it's just, you know, a whole new world. So,
Man, what a time to be alive.
all right. Now we're just waiting for that level to be hit. If these charts would load on the Bitcoin, where do we want to short? Ideally, we want to short up here. Probably here's the first area. Should have been long way back here. I mean, we were long. Did I not get out? But I'm scalping. So, like I said before, I don't have any interest in really following Bitcoin closely. Well, I'm not following the chart closely like I should be. So, I'm doing a recording, so obviously I'm somewhat distracted. What is this? Oh, here we go. He's looking at you. You're looking at me. Isn't that how that next line goes? Here's looking at you. Here's looking at me. Rat, for those that, you know, if you do have questions about what these are, you can always ask. We are in one position, mainly because we're just trying to wait till we get up to this range here. So the highest probability trade obviously is on this breakdown candle on this level. The RexDog system tells you that. But we do expect another reaction here above these highs. I mean, that's a given. You expect that anyways. So let's, you know, look at this here. And when we talk about where's price going, where's it coming from, how does it want to get there? Well, what's the size of this candle? It's $12. So let's just say this candle ends up here at $12. So that means that if momentum long continues, see, I see this, and I don't always say this. If momentum long continues, and we have an expansion, let's just say the momentum is strong, and we close around here. Say we close around here, just at that level, because the market loves to do that. It loves to come in here and test that, and then close at this level. It just loves to do stuff like that. I don't know why. Sure, there's a reason why. And then we have another, and then maybe we have a range expansion to this, or that would make this candle $12, $9.73, but the actual size of the candle would be 12 because you'd have a rejection. And then you would have the next candle would have to overextend to probably like $14 to look like it's going to close, and then could potentially close at this level. And then if we look at this, potentially what could happen, I mean, this is just one thing that you could game out. It could range here. And then the one thing you need to know about time, and I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again, is the longer something is at something, the more it becomes a 50-50 trade. This is a prime example. See this range here, the longer price the market stays within a range, the more that trade does not become, it is momentum long here, is it not? So your trade would have been a momentum long at the check-in points. That would have been your trade. But the longer that you see a range, the more probability that trade becomes 50-50, meaning 50-50 it's going to go 50% it's going to go up, 50% it's going to go down. Doesn't matter. Just any range. Just that's the way it is. So in this case it rolled over. In some cases you'll see it like this range here. You might say, well, look, that's a range, it's building momentum, and then bam, it went up. Okay, fine. But the longer that you look at this range here, and you outline this as a range, and this is a range, that's the two ranges, the longer that it stays in that range, this value channel, the more that this trade becomes 50-50. It could roll over just as easily as it did what it did. Now, on a lower term momentum basis, you could look at this and say, okay, what is it trying to do on a 5-minute time frame? But the longer that it stays in a range time, the more time that trade becomes 50-50 is the way to look at it. Doesn't mean you don't trade it. It just means that you're aware of that. You're aware of that fact. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you don't trade it. You're just aware of that fact. All right. Should have probably went bigger, but because we have a thesis on where it's going, it's got to be frustrating the shorts. Yesterday had to be frustrating the shorts. Today is really frustrating the shorts. If you're trying to short this market, you're like, oh, well, number one, you shouldn't be anyways. I mean, all you have to do is look at the daily. Honestly, are you going to short here? No. What are you hoping for? If you're shorting here, what are you saying? It's going to fail here? Why would it fail here? I mean, it's the middle of this pack, so I guess you have some logic there. You do have an RSI signal in this pack. Pay attention, candle. But your highest probability short is up here. That's your highest probability short. Your higher probability short obviously is at the highs, but beyond the highs. But you should not be short in this market here, given what happened yesterday and how the lower time frame is. I mean, I was shorting earlier, obviously. I was expecting a further test, but didn't come about. But look at the momentum on the 5-minute. Look at the momentum on the big tick. Look at the momentum on the small tick. Look at the momentum now on the 1 hour. You can fade. We're almost at a point where we can fade. We want to get a little bit higher. But it's also not the best fade market because the market has shown you throughout the day. The tenor could change, but it's shown you throughout the day that it's momentum long. I might just end this recording just because, look, I don't know how long I want to make this. Okay, well, it's at 15 minutes, so I have to shut down the video for it to render down, and then I'll be back in a second. All right, so we're back. Now, Bitcoin's at a point where potentially we want to short. It's trying to maintain 30,000. We'll let it get above 31. Here is where we want to short. So here's, okay. Thanks for adding my position there. No, I don't want to go long. Here we go. There we go. Pick us up. Let's join the ask. And let's add another position up here. Okay. Trading small today on that. Okay, well, we're up 237. We're in 1. Let's see where we're at on the chart. Let's look at the structure. We want it to tag 4241. That's what we ideally want it to tag. We want the index to tag 4240. Well, we're now above those highs. So we could potentially say that we are at a good fade area. Let's start fading. So let's fade.
Order filled.
Fade,
Order
fade,
filled.
fade,
Order
fade.
filled. Order filled.
And let's get picked up here. We're going to start a fade trade.
Order filled.
All right. Wait, why are we? Oh, okay. Fade. Let's move this down. Remember, a fade trade is against momentum, and when you fade, this is a great illustration of a fade trade. So if you've gone through the fade training or the initial fade training, you know I say it's the second trade you should execute. You should do momentum trades. They're the easiest. If there's anything easy in trading, the momentum trades, because you're going with momentum. What you'll notice is once you get good at momentum trades, you'll notice that, hey, I'm starting to see fade trades. You're going to start doing fade trades. What did I say about fade trades? What's the number one rule? You need to have your basis as far away from momentum check-ins as possible. Are we pretty far away from momentum check-ins? Absolutely. On some of them. Not all of them. Some of them. So this is a pretty good fade entry. It'd be even better if we get picked up here. Now you might be saying, well, that's pretty obvious. You're above highs here. Duh. I mean, that's a fade trade. Okay. I agree. But go ahead. Sell highs, buy lows. It's the wrong strategy in trading. It's what everybody else does. Does what everybody else does work? No. I saw this on a site the other day. Well, you know, one of the things is that the law changed in, I think it changed in the UK. And the law was basically, it reduced where you could, I think it was. I have to check
Order
this.
filled.
But basically it said that, look, we cannot trade 200 to 1 leverage. Now it's 20 to 1. So it went down from like 200 to 1 to 20 to 1. And then what it also said, this law said, is that you have to now basically say your customers, like how many of them make money. It's kind of like the pyramid scheme stuff, right? Well, if you go to these sites now and you're not in the US, you'll see that it says, like for instance, on one site, you'll see here, well, let me just show it. So this is, CFDs are complex instruments, whatever. 76.6% of retail investors lose money when trading CFDs with this provider. You don't see that when you're in the US. This law made it so that they had to disclose how much traders lose money. So I bet 76.6% of these traders believe that you sell high, you buy low. That's not necessarily the case. I mean, I'm not going to go on another rant in here. Not a rant, but another. We're not going to go
Order filled.
into another kind of rabbit hole. But maybe I should be buying here instead of selling.
Order filled.
That's the other thing to really consider here, is maybe I'm on the wrong side of this trade. And maybe instead of selling here, I really should be buying. We are at 10:15. We're probably a little early. Let's get picked up here, here, and here. Ah, we need some music. This is going to be lost on many people.
$1,000 salad dressing. We call that super flex.
There we go. Ooh, are we in this position good? Yeah.
I used to feel so devastated. At times I thought we'd never make it. But now we on our way to greatness. And all that ever took was patience.
Yep, it's all it took is patience. Look, if you're not successful at trading, you need to figure out the fear that you're trading from and realize that it's you got to have patience. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Don't have no award for that. Trophies. And they don't have no award for that.
All right, we're just waiting for this trade to play out.
Today has been a long, oh, lonesome day.
The problem with these clips is I want to hear like the full songs. Like I want to get that's the only problem.
Well, I can't quit you, babe. But I got to put you down for a while.
I'm still not momentum short here, are we? We are a little early for a momentum short change. Once again, this is why fade trades are the hardest trades to do. Let's look and see where we're at on our Bitcoin. So we did not get picked up on anything more on the Bitcoin. We're on a really small position. This is a fade trade as well on the 5-minute time frame. We do have a momentum change on the tick chart. And why is this loading? Refresh. No data, really. Your current connection does not provide such data. Oh yeah, I see. Let me put a note. Call. I need to call and figure out why I'm having a slowdown in this connection. All right, we're up on this now. Bam, bam. The other thing about trading, or what I should share, I never have profit targets. I take what the market gives me. I mean, I have a general idea where I expect market reactions, but I don't have profit targets. I don't go into a trade with profit targets. I also don't go into it. Well, I do go in a trade with where I will say that, okay, the market is right and I'm no longer on the right side of this trade. I don't look at it as I'm wrong. I just look at it as I'm not on the right side of this trade. So I'm not trading from the perspective of like, am I right or am I wrong? I'm trading from the perspective of, am I on the right side of this move, this momentum move? The RexDog system is about, here's the basis of the RexDog system if you really want to know. It is literally momentum. If there's momentum in the market, you want to be part of it and you want to capture some of that momentum for profit. That's what it's about. It's all it is about. When I sat down and said trading, I basically said, oh, we are down in that position. But we're getting a RexDog check-in, so we might want to add to it. What I said is that I want to make money. I want to make P&L on the momentum moves of the market, if it's going up or down. Bottom line. So I'm going to, that's to me, that's the only way to trade if you're going to be a day trader, is like, if momentum's moving, I want to be part of it. So I designed a system, or I refined my system down to that. That's the RexDog system. We might be getting picked up on some of these Bitcoin positions, these additional ones, smaller positions. I'm still trading small because, as you can see, the system still is not, I'm still not completely comfortable with this system. All right, we've got our first fade. I'd like to get picked up there if I have a better basis for this position. I understand why people are buying at this level of Bitcoin. Is this BTC perp? I understand why it's maybe happening. Look at that. Look at the monthly chart on Bitcoin. Ooh, that is interesting. Let's go to the weekly chart. I mean, obviously people are dollar cost averaging in here, but I'm still of the thesis that it's going to go back to 20K. Still where I'm at. That's my personal opinion based on my analysis. All right, so this is not selling off. Needs to sell off here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Bitcoin is toying with us on this. It didn't pick us up there, so maybe I should add. A little aggressive maybe on that entry, but we'll see. There we go. See if we can get to 20K on this trade. I don't think we'll get there, but let's see if we can. All right, these are no longer valid, so we'll remove these. When I say they're no longer valid, basically it means that the price action has, the momentum has invalidated that I want to enter at that price. When I say that. Momentum is shift. That's really where we kind of, our highest probability of profit on this fade trade. Fade trades, you got to be quick on taking profits. You're going against momentum. Obviously, the further away you are from the momentum check-ins, the better. So let's look at this 1 hour chart on the SPX. Let's look at 30-minute structure first. Okay, we got our first reaction where we expect it here. It's one of the areas we expected reaction. Reaction down to this level, which is these highs, or is it that? Yeah, these highs. Kind of expect that. Still think it's reaching for this 15 minute. 15 minute could have an M9 check-in potentially, just for fun. Let's look at the 17 minute. 17 minute could have another M9 check-in just for excitement. There was one trader I think that I saw that talked about the 8-minute charts. Don't remember who that was. Eight-minute chart. Check-in, potentially. NDX, is that new high? That is a new high, isn't it? Look at that. We are, my personal opinion, yes, we are in the, I agree with the Big Short guy. What's his name? God, I should know his name. Where he said we're in the biggest speculative bubble ever created by man. I kind of agree. I'm of that opinion. I am of the opinion that we are in a giant speculative bubble on everything. Not trying to scare you. I'm just like telling you where I think my mind's at. I could be completely wrong. But I think we're in a giant speculative bubble. Everything I look at, it doesn't fit the fundamentals of what history tells us. So that's what it is. All right. It's giving us another opportunity to
Order filled.
size up here on a short. So we'll take that opportunity to size up. Now, all I would say is don't give up on trading if you are having challenges.
Order filled.
It's a marathon.
I'm done, so done. I'm done with all the games you play.
Yeah. Got picked up on an additional Bitcoin position. I think that's what that noise was. Ooh. Look at that. We got really picked up. So, really overextended. Let's see where we're at. All right. This is why I'm not trading Bitcoin, because I have to, the volatility on Bitcoin is just so, you have to friggin' watch it. And if I'm doing live recordings, I can't freaking watch it. I can't talk about anything else or do anything else without, you know, once again, having that chart. It has to be forefront on my screen if I'm trading Bitcoin more than these. So, like for instance, where we're at right now, it needs to. Where are we at on the 1 hour on that? I should look. Okay. Expect, so maybe at 31, it's still at 32,000, so we might be completely early, obviously. Because that's really where we want to short, is at 31.8. So it's here, 31. So we're early on that move. All right, let's go back to the chart. It did almost tap that. So let's enter here and here. Didn't pick us up on this other position here. Did give us an opportunity to go short based on our narrative. So we're good there. Nothing really to do.
Damn, you're doing outstanding. Ooh, damn, you're doing outstanding. Hey.
Not quite yet. What is this?
You're making me so high now. You're everything I'd ever want.
She's one of my favorite kind of, well, not newer, but artists. Come on. Rip down. Same with Bitcoin. Either rip up and pick us up or rip down. I don't care either one. I can do either one. It doesn't really faze me which one it does at this point in time. I guess we should move this up and move this up. And we're at about the point where we probably should put some trailing stops. Because remember, this is a fade trade. You got to take profits early. Not quite there, but we're almost there. Not yet. It might just range here and just continue to go up. Might need to get out of that. Bitcoin is doing what it's doing. Yeah. There we go. Should have just waited for the 32,000 push, right? Adding to there. Okay, this is not cooperating as far as selling off. Time. Don't know. Fade trade thesis is still on. You know, I should move this over here to this screen, because this screen I don't use the most.
Nothing else better.
Oh, look at that. Damn. It's both Bitcoin and the ES are being stubborn as far as fade trades, aren't they?
Now I know only I can stop the rain. It doesn't have to be the way it is. You say it is just because for the past 20 years, every day it is.
All right. Do not like our basis in this trade. That's fine though. This is not. I'm being very patient with this trade. Very patient. 10:33. So we have the close of the hour. Let's see where we're at. Yeah. Where did it close? Well, it closed up here above these highs. So obviously some people are looking at that and say, well, look, it closed above these highs. Time to go long. Maybe I should be long, not fading this move. We'll see. We will see. We did get picked up on another Bitcoin position. Don't really like that entry. But the entry is off the thesis of what a 32,000 failure. Could just rip through that, obviously. Why do these charts not stay there? That's what I don't understand. Okay. Did it tag 32? Maybe it will tag above 32. It's fine. Let's add here. Fucking A. I'm still not used to this fucking system. It's a little too close together. Okay. That's where we want to be, and here. Why can't I? Oh. All right, let's be patient. Be patient. Do I have a patient?
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right, might be hitting profit on this. See how much of a sell-off this ES can take.
My heart started aching, my body started shaking, and I can't take no more.
All right, there we go. Come on, take us
Order
out.
filled.
There we go. One taken out. Let's start it. That's the extent of our taken outness. I'll be very disappointed in this ES position. Bitcoin, not quite at profit. I can see a rip down here. What was that? Okay. What the hell is that noise? No idea what that noise was. There we go. Take us out. It's just trying.
Order filled.
There we go. 2 positions. So let's just do trailing
Order filled.
stops. We're going to be probably aggressive here as our trailing stops, mainly because, look, we're at a high probability reaction area. Momentum's been long. We don't want to mess around with long momentum. We do have a potential changeover in the algorithm there, though, do we not? So let's see if that holds up. Then let's do one more here. So really, we just want to respect the chart.
I made my own lane, let's roll. Let's roll.
Oh, we do need some success. So let's do this. Because we did what? We hit one of our profit targets here, right? So
I got a lust for the cream, I need a money machine. I need a money machine, I need a money machine.
might be taken out of this trade. But we're at a reaction point. Remember, fades, you got to be quick, and you're expecting reaction. So we're getting a reaction at our reaction point, are we not? Not going to argue with the chart. What is this?
I sell ice in the winter, I sell fire in hell. I am a hustler, baby. I sell water to a well.
Okay, that's what it is. It's like, what was that? Jay-Z. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. We are at our entry. Let's be patient. That's the only thing I have to remind myself is really be patient.
Win, 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 win.
Yep, that's what we want to do here. Patience. So you can just kind of tell from some of my music that how it could maybe get me in a perspective of not motivate, or I guess motivation, but also framing where I'm at. Because I will change when I'm listening live. I will change music based on kind of where my mood's at. From jazz to even classical stuff to look. Rap. Like I said, rap's my go-to mainly because I have a whole playlist of motivation rap that I call motivation rap that pretty much I can't listen to more than 2 songs without my perspective. If I'm in a slump or a bad mood, literally it takes 1 or 2 songs in various playlists, but this playlist alone, that changes my perspective. All right, so Bitcoin, you know, it's at that frustrating level, at least for me. It's like, look, it sold off. It did what we thought, but it's just being very stubborn with the sell-off. So it's like, it's almost like I should have been patient and waited for the double test, obviously. So, and that was very clear based on, and we still have kind of a momentum. Well, now we have a potential momentum changeover. Damn it. I just need to create my own charting system. So, once again, just got to be patient. This is no longer valid. This is no longer valid. We are in 9 positions. So where are we at here? What is all this stuff? Let's do 2 at a time. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once again, probabilities. Look, is the probability that it will sell off here? We're momentum long, so we're fading. So really, you can give it room. You should give it room, but at the same time, you should give it room and be mindful of that you're in a fade trade. Same with Bitcoin. It did sell off there. I didn't add there because mainly, look, it might want to, and it's continuing, but it's not. There it is. Well, not there it is, but terrible entry. My basis on this is terrible. Because of that, we're going to use this opportunity to potentially get out. Start over. But I'm going to be patient. Just be patient. Took half off. I should be patient. Took half off again.
Stop filled.
Took all of it out. I don't have patience for it right now. Mainly, I don't have patience for it because of my shitty position. So, I'm not convinced that it wants to go down yet. So, watch it will. And then once again. But I got out because why? Because it was stalling at this level. I mean, it's a simple decision. Stalling at this level, and then the tick charts were showing that once again the momentum might be changing back up. So it's like, I'm not going to argue with it. All right.
I be getting to the money. Everybody mad. I think I'm getting too much money. Everybody mad.
Well. Son of a... Okay. We are seeing... Let's see this. Yeah. So obviously, if you look at this here, where are we at on Bitcoin? The Bitcoin.
Stop filled.
Yeah, whatever. Take us out.
Stop filled.
That level held. Now it's still very skittish. So it's almost like we should just be in a short anyways and just let the trade play out. But let's see if we can get filled on a just short of 32K and just above 32K. And then as it gets above 32K, we'll continue to short that if it gets there. It might not get there. Once again, it's a fade trade though. You got to be quick on fade trades.
Stop filled.
Yeah, we're getting taken out of our ES. Maybe we should be long there. We should be long. Let's reverse. Oh, I'm not even in a position. Can't reverse when you're not in a position. Got knocked out. We're at 16. Am I crazy?
Order filled.
Yeah, we did make an extra 2.
Order filled.
We're going with momentum. I do have to go to the restroom here. The hell, Bitcoin? What do I say? Nothing. Well, the 1 hour rejected at that point. Maybe I should have been looking at that. Let's look for a second test of that momentum check-in. Maybe the RDA, which is 32,840. That's well above the extension of what we'd be looking for a short, but we have to be mindful of. See? God damn it. Just patience would have just paid off, but it still hasn't, the short-term momentum hasn't changed. So, once again,
order filled.
I wasn't happy with my fade trade. All right, we're going in long here. Obviously, we're expecting this check to hold up. If it doesn't hold up, we'll get out and maybe short down to the next level. But Bitcoin is still momentum long on a lower time frame. I mean, we're momentum long, so really
order filled.
We're not going to fade at the wrong area. Okay. So below this low, I'll get picked up. That's where I'll stop. Could say this opening range level, initial balance level, is probably where we need to be, right here. So probably this is where we probably need to focus on being picked up for a long. We're a little early on the long. Right back.